Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all on frequency. We wish you well and welcome you to the DATV Worldwide Net. We do have a little interference spurious signal running up and down. I'll just add a little bit more juice to the signal so that it doesn't affect us too much. I hope it doesn't. I'm at least receiving it quite well. Anyway, a very good afternoon again, and as usual, we wish to thank the Qatar Amateur Radio Society, or the Qatar Satellite Company rather, for allowing us the opportunity to use their satellite or portion of their satellite with our amateur radio equipment put on, thanks to AMSAT DL. And of course, we want to thank AMSAT UK and the BATC, and I see Martin's on, G4FKK, the new chairman of the BATC. Nice to see you guys. Today on frequency, we have Martin, G8KOE, who will pass it to Bert, Papa Alpha 3, Alpha Oscar Delta, and then to Ed, Papa Yankee 2, Radio November, and then to Leon, ZS1, Mike, and then to Benno, Papa Alpha 3, Fox Bravo X-Ray, who in turn sends it to Tom, ZR6 Tango Golf, and then to Martin, G4FKK, and then hopefully Russ will come in. He said he's having difficulty with the interfering signal, G4SAQ. Maybe he can try. Anyway, we'll give it a go there, Russ. You're more than welcome to transmit. We have Dave, Mike 5, Tango X-Ray Juliet. He's just watching. I just want to see anyone else, and let me go to the wideband net, and hello to Chris, ON1RC, pulling Tom's leg again on the haircut. I've seen him in the flesh with the haircut. It looks good. And hello to Keith, GU6EFB. You can transmit. Wonderful, wonderful. So let me just write you down there, Keith. That will be Keith, Golf Uniform 6 Echo Fox Bravo. So far, he'll be the last one on the list. Let me just see if anyone else. There's Russ. The narrow signal on top of the transponder is preventing my reception. Okay, but we might be able to pick you up. It's now moved a bit again, and then it comes back. Quite a thing. And hello to you, David, Golf 6 GZH, Golf 6 GZH, David. And I see you watching us on the net. I hope the quality is okay on the net. Been having a bit of difficulty. I know I'm a little bit out of sync and I couldn't get it right today. Right, with that, I'm going to then pass the microphone over to Martin, G8KOE. And thanks for the email, Martin. I haven't done anything about it, to be honest, but it's very well set out. Thank you so much. Golf 8KOE to take it from ZA6 Yankee India. Issue with Martin for the time being. We'll come back to Martin. Bert, Papa Alpha 3, Alpha Oscar Delta, would you kindly take it, ZA6YI?
Yeah, I was expected to be so quickly my turn. Okay, good afternoon, or morning, or evening, everybody. The PH3 of the headphone. Yeah, it's two ways to have a microphone, two needs. One for the temperature and one for the audio. The temperature is rather low at the moment. It's around 2 degrees below zero. So it's cold. That's better there by you, Gary, and Tom there in South Africa, and Leon also there. That's high summer and probably somewhere in the 30s. It's here. Anyway, but for the cooling for the transceiver, for the power amplifier, it's perfect, of course. No additional cooling is needed. Just the airflow from outside is enough. My power amplifier is located in the shed, so not here at my shack. Yeah, last weekend there was an ATV contest on the 70 centimeters and higher, not just digital, but also analog. So AM on 70 centimeters and FM and digital, of course, also on the 23 and the higher frequencies. Last week I finished one of my projects for GPS DO. Yeah, I got only one camera at the moment, so I have to put it with the hand. So handy shaking camera. Let's see if I can focus it. Oh, sorry for the noise. Let's see, what is this? Okay, this is the whole GPS DO. You see it, the Raspberry Pi Pico and the well-known 10 megahertz temperature-controlled oscillator. That's yeah, you can get it at AliExpress and from China. And on the left top side, there's a switching power supply that can go from 8 volts to 35 volts down to 5 volts. 5 volts is needed. And the blue one over here on the right top is the GPS DO module of the GPS module with the external antenna. And yeah, the external antenna is laying around on one of the boxes. 2 antennas next to each other. The other antenna goes to my Leo Botner thing. Yeah, there was a lot of work. You can see there's also a nice display on it. Let's see if it picks up. If it picks up, see if it will focus. Maybe will it focus or doesn't focus? Yeah. I got some focus over here. You see the time, location, the date, temperature from inside the box, but the box is now open, so that's not the real temperature. I just keep a track of the GPS of the oscillator module, and at the moment got a reception of 9 satellites. That's the front side and the back side. Just a label is missing. That's for the 12 volt input, 10 megahertz output, of course, and a GPS antenna and USB for also for 5 volt and also for reprogramming, if necessary, for the PIC of the PIC, the Pico, the small one. That's all. I can maybe show you some from the diagram. Let's see if I can put that on now. Let's see. Okay, there is a part of the diagram now. As you can see, it's rather simple. The 3 chips, the 4046 for phase lock, as you can see, and some buffering. It's not that all difficult at all. And this, of course, the Raspberry Pico with all the connections for the temperature sensor. The temperature sensor in this case is the 18B20, the DS18B20 from Dallas or Maxim for temperature. And there is some room for some additional temperature sensors or humidity sensors. The main reason for building this one is that I wanted to use it in the field. And that's also the reason that the locator is on the display. Normally here at home, I know my locator, so it's not so important. But when you're somewhere out of house and in the field, you want to know the location. You can, of course, calculate the latitude and longitude, but it's easy to put that directly on sheet paper, the location. That's the reason for the location on the front side. Yes, there are also some components on the underside, but it's boxed over in. Maybe I can show you. Let's see if that works. That maybe you can use it on the underside of the PCB. Got where is it? Now I lost. Oh yeah, there. As you can see, also on the underside there are some components most decoupling capacitors, one buffer, 14HC14 or 47HC14 buffering, some components for the decoupling, of course, over here, and this is a small part with a rather small component. You can see this is 0.25 millimeters, and the pad distance over here is 0.64 millimeter. So that's rather small. Yeah, you cannot compare it to, of course, in the tube, the old-fashioned tubes, the power amplifier tubes. But yeah, it was difficult to solder. But anyway, I managed to get it working. That's just a conversion from the 5-volt to the 3-volt of the Pico, or the other way around. Yeah, that's the whole. Let's see. Yeah. So that all the components are over here then, and it works fine. Yeah, that was it all from this side, and not so much. Let's see if we can put in the camera again. That's maybe also handy. Hey, yeah, that's me again. I see it on there, and now switch it to the other camera. Okay, that's me again. So not so much done this week, but the coming weeks it will be a little bit quieter. Let's see, yeah, okay. Next week we will have some room for other things. I bought myself a milling machine, and yeah, I have to set up that thing at my working space. Yeah, let's see, what's the next one? That's it. PY2, Radio Nancy, from Papa Alpha 3, Alpha Oscar Delta.
All right, thank you, Bert. Very nice. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Nice to be here again with you guys. Hello to Gary, Martin. Hopefully you're gonna come back. And Bert, nice presentation on your Bert Bodnar GPS-DO. Nice, very well done, Bert. Beautiful assembly and nice integration. Hello to Leon, Benno, Tom, and Martin, and also Russ, and everybody that may be watching us on the DATV Worldwide Net, starting 14 UTC now. I don't have much to do, I mean not to do, to show, but just a note to Tom, I'm having real fun with the Green Cube IO-117 satellite. Is really doing great. Contacted hundreds of stations already. The only pain is the dupes. I mean the repeated QSOs. But anyways, part of the play. Let me check my signal. Okay, I think we have some intruder today. Speaking about some technical things. I was you know, for a long time, I was checking this. This was the connector on my feeder for the DATV antenna, and I realized that you know it seems a good connector, but it's a little rusted. It is working. It was working for several months in this way, but you know, I get very uncomfortable with this rusty situation, and I decided to replace it. I mean, China has been the paradise for all our connectors and adapters and things like that. Some of them are good quality. This one seems a good quality connector, but you know, as you see in the middle, it's rusty and doesn't look so good. And that happens in a time frame, I think less than 1 year. Yeah, that happened less than one year. Then I replaced it. I decided to replace it everything, you know, not only the connector, but the helix, everything. Just put an N, a female, and I changed the helix as well. This one is working a little better. I did, you know, I put a protection, a plastic cup, and made a drain, a big drain, because no matter you try to, you know, the water is always going inside, no matter what. So the drain is very relevant in this case. So that's how it goes. So here is the full set with the 2.3 meter prime focus meshed dish, and this is yeah, my antenna little farm. Yeah, those are for HF, and those are for the Leos, and now the Mio. All right, guys, that's it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make it the second round, Gary, because people are waiting for me to go out. So I wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I hope probably I'll be here next Sunday. It's Christmas Day, right? But I think I'm gonna be here. That's it. So who's going after me? If I could know, I don't think I have. Let's see who's gonna be next. Hold on just a second, guys. Bear with me. Oh, Leon, Zulu Sierra 6. Zulu Sierra 1, Mike. Leon, going to you, my friend. All the best. 73.
This guy next door is really making nonsense. Okay. Right. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, from ZS1 Mike in Worcester. Right. We were having load shedding here for the last 4.5 hours almost, and I was running on batteries and was worried that I'm not going to make it, but the power has just come on, but I was receiving all the time anyway. Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened to King of England. Maybe on the next round. Bert, that's a beautiful job. That GPS disciplined oscillator thing that you've built there, that is really very nice. Very nice indeed. Neat layout and everything. That's really... I've always thought of trying my hand at that, but Yeah. And I'm glad to see that you're still using a 4046 for the phase comparator. They work well, don't they? Right. Okay. So that's very nice. Ed, cartoon. The cartoon. Your oh, that guy. I'm losing myself. I hope you guys are still getting me. Yeah, there I am. That upgrade on your feed system, very good. Yes, that's a very tiny SMA connected cable. That's a no-no to start off with. And SMAs are not weatherproof, whereas the only ones that are truly weatherproof are good quality N-type connectors. You can actually submerge them in water and nothing will happen. So, okay. Right. Benno. Over to you there. PA3 FBX for the group from ZS1 Mike.
Well, that one didn't went smooth. Let me turn off a little bit my audio. Greetings, guys. Well, the current temperature at the moment, according to Weer Plaza, has told me that it's -1 outside. And the biggest problem is still coming. As you see, we get a nice cold bunch of cloud, wet cloud, rolling over the Netherlands. And by the time it reaches us, it's probably nighttime, dark outside, around 7 o'clock tonight. I expect rain, snow, and other things. So that's not nice. But then again, my heater is on. I played the electrical and the gas bill, so I think I will manage through the night. And that means this will go past as well. I have my winter tires on my car, so I probably manage to go to my company tomorrow. I feel more sorry for my colleague, which started over 5 weeks ago from South Africa. I heard his family was complaining about very cold temperatures, around 28-ish, and he was showing last week temperatures on to his girlfriend in South Africa of -10, which was during the early morning, and we actually had very cold temperature. Currently it's not so cold, and it will get better, but we had dry weather, not too much problems on the road, at least for the normal guys, because this South African guy was hit by another guy, couldn't manage his car, so he already damaged one rental, and he's on to the next one. Okay, well, that's all. What I played around over the last few weeks next to the DATV Easy 2.12, which is available a little over a week, I believe, on the Viva DATV site. If anyone has problems getting it, just give me an email. I will try to accommodate that, because we all know the Viva DATV site is not really onto logging in if you are new to the site. Fortunately, my login is already old. So what I played around this week is the Langstone project, especially the Langstone mouse, which is lying here, which is just a rotary encoder onto a Arduino Micro, not a mini, not a nano, but a micro, which is capable in being USB-U, and it looks like this schematic, which is not that difficult. I even could build it in about 10 minutes or so. So that's not too bad. And then I build it and I put it into my Raspberry, which is, in my Langstone. My Langstone, by the way, for those guys don't know, ports down. No, Langstone is a separate project for microwave communication from the BADC, and it's also integrated in ports down. And actually, as we speak, I'm trying to start it up. Let's see if I can swap to that camera as well. So now I need to keep it in my hand because it's a little bit over the range. But this is Langstone imported into the port zone system, and I actually already put it together, and you can change nice with the rotary encoder, change the frequency up to well, let's go all the way up. You go to 6 gig, obviously from 70 megahertz down. So that's a great result. And well, for that, those two buttons and the knob is, which works pretty nice. But then I started to think, hey, this is still a Arduino, and there are obviously multiple connections over. So I say, why not multitask that part of the? Oh, let's change the camera. Let's not change that part. And I thought about using the I2C output to get to work. And I stumbled on the first part, which are the rotary encoder. Well, the micro has the I2C on pins 2 and 3, meaning the rotary encoder, which has the same pins, needs to be changed, and then we get interrupt problems. So I'm kind of stuck, unless the next guy knows a brilliant solution. Like always, he probably knows the answer already, and I just wonder if I can use the same rotary encoder and buttons with some extra inputs and outputs on this Arduino Micro to control maybe some band selecting or something like that. That's the general idea. Well, anyway, passing on to South Africa again. Let's put back a face cam. Passing on to South Africa. Seasonal greetings to all, and hope to meet you, well, maybe next week. I probably will be at home. Finally, I get a little bit more time, at least during the Sunday, because last few weeks I was always on the road somewhere. Last week I was in Germany, and the week for that I was in Belgium. So I moved around a bit, but on the other hand I had a lot of fun, and that's counts. That's what counts. Okay, well, greetings. Microphone on to Tom from Papa Alpha number 3, Foxtrot Bravo X-Ray.
Thanks there, Benno. Papa Alpha 3 FPX here from Zulu Romeo 6 Tango Golf. Okay, let's have got sound. Hello everybody, hope everybody is doing well. I'm struggling a bit with the reception of that signal. I think one of my dishes have moved, so every now and again somebody cuts out a bit. Although everybody well received, except maybe Leon. Leon, I missed a good chunk of yours there. But I see it's fairly good on the YouTube stream, so I'll just catch up there. But yeah, good to see everybody. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody is in the holiday mood. Except you, Benno. Sorry to hear you need to work. From my side, all good. I actually spent the last week in Durban for work as well. Busy closing up. We've got a couple of more days of work before we close for the Christmas period. So I haven't been doing too much. But I have a few things to play with. Firstly, Ed, yeah, I've been having, if you're still there, I've been having lots of fun with the green cube as well. I keep on seeing your call sign popping up when the footprint elevation for me, and then I struggle a bit to get DGP'd, so we haven't been able to make that contact. Although Papa Yankee 4 Bravo Zulu. Yeah, I'll have to check my logs, but I do have contacts in Brazil already from the green cube. Okay, so what I wanted to show you guys was I've been playing with the telemetry site. Oh, I see my signals dropping. Hope everybody can still see me. I've been playing on the telemetry side of things. Started with the green cube, and then also the CAS-5 satellite that was launched, and then also the CAS-10 one. So I'll just switch here. So this is, you guys will recognize this. This is the sound modem that we use for green cube and also for various other satellites. And then it basically exposes all the information on the KISS port. And then what I started working on is a little telemetry decoder, which is this one over here, and which basically gets all the KISS files or the KISS data from sound modem and decodes it according to the specification that was released by the various the owners of the satellites. But this specific one here is the CAS-5 that was launched, what was it, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and some interesting telemetry that they've got there. It looks like there's 3 cameras on board that satellite as well. It doesn't seem from the power usage that it's been activated yet, but it does make provision for it. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens with that. Then what else? Oh, I started upgrading my Leo antennas as well. See if I can get that in there. So I've been running the small Wemo X quads, which work quite well, but I got myself the big Leo pack, which is essentially, it's the 70 centimeter replacements. You can see the top one is the older Wemo quad, the X quad, and the bottom one is, I think, what was it, 15 element. Cross Yagi. The bottom one is 3.5 meters long boom though, so I'm not exactly 100% prepared for that. So I tried it out for a bit, but I had to take it down again, and I'm back on the X quad. My rotator needs to be a bit higher, and I need to make a few changes there. But it's just it's interesting to see the sizes next to each other. Let's see if I have another photo. Let's see. It's just the bottom side there. Not much to see there. And then there's also a nice other photo that can give you the idea. So yeah, the idea is to replace both the 2 meter and the 70 centimeter one. And but that project will most likely have to wait till after the Christmas period, when all the suppliers open up again for the bits and pieces that I need to get that going. Okay, let's get back here on camera. can see I'm a bit, it's been a while. I'm struggling with all the windows here. Just a few comments, but good to see you there. I haven't seen you since your op, I believe. So everything looks good. So I'm assuming all went well, but good to see you there. Project looks really nice. I like the Raspberry Pico projects that everybody's starting to use. Speaking of which, Benno, for your encoder, I don't have a quick and easy solution, but one suggestion that I can make maybe is you should actually just get rid of that Arduino and just use a Raspberry Pico instead as well. It's also got the necessary libraries for the USB enumeration that you are using there. So that might work for you there. But I'll give it a bit of a read up, and then I will let you know. Then Green Cube, and your upgrades are looking good. Well done, very nice there. Leon, yeah, I missed partly of yours, so I couldn't get all of that. I do hope I am getting out okay, because I seem to be losing my own signal every now and again. Anyways, I just keep on waffling here. So let me hand it over to my friend there. I think it's Martin, G4 FKK from Zulu Romeo 6 Tango Golf. Good to see everybody.
Well, caught me unprepared as usual. This is G4FKK. Let's try and get a picture on and turn that down. Sorry about the terrible audio. Yeah, I was trying to fire up my Langstone to show you what I've done, Benno, on with my all the spare bits of my Arduino, because like you, I've put a rotary encoder in for that. But of course, I'm using the Pluto for transmitting here, so I'm trying to persuade it to work without a Pluto, and it's not too keen. Anyway, good afternoon, good evening, morning, night to everyone. It's nice to be back. I finally, as far as I can tell, finished my my stint of being unretired. Oh, I see I'm being interfered with as well, if you'll pardon the expression. Bear with me a sec. Pluto. Controller. Actually, I don't think I could put my power up very much more. But let's try. Yeah, that carrier's rather annoying, isn't it? I don't know if it's deliberate, but it's been hanging around and jumping onto people as often as it can. I'll bump the power up a bit, but I don't know if that's going to help a great deal. So I thought on early this week, I thought, right, well, I can get on with a few jobs, but then this happened. So this is my my garden. Let's do this. Hang on. I'm not very well prepared. So yeah, bit of snow, which of course in most countries doesn't cause any problems. I'm sure it doesn't cause any problems in Holland, Benno and Bert. That was my that's the LNB on the dish. So nice coating of snow. I thought that would mute everything, but it actually made the beacon slightly stronger, which is a bit bizarre, isn't it? There's another view of the LNB. And there's my long wire, which, as you see, is now very low, and even lower because it's got a thick coating of ice on it. So that put paid to my plans of doing anything useful. So instead, I decided I'd fix my dear old dad's watch. as an Omega. And while doing that, I found this watch belonged to my dad. So he was very good at copper plate writing, and in the smallest, this is under a microscope, he'd engraved his name on the back of the casing of the watch. I mean, that's so tiny you can't see it with your naked eye, but that says A.R. Charman, which was his signature when he did watches and things. So I was amazed to see that, and how on earth he managed to do almost copper plate writing that small, I've no idea. Anyway, cheered me up when I saw that. It didn't cheer me up when I found the watch wasn't actually fixable easily. I've had to, I'm trying to find a new Breguet hairspring for an Omega 30 T2 SC, if anyone's got one. I don't suppose you have. Anyway, let's quickly run through the notes. Yeah, quickly, Benno, I was going to quickly show you, I might have to use this camera as an unsteady cam. Let's see if I can, oh, it does move. So there's my Portsdown stroke Lankstone, which, as you see, is objecting to the fact there's no Pluto connected. But on this small screen, I don't know if you'll be able to see it very well. This is one of those. I'll have to turn those lights off, I think. This is one of those Nextion touch screens. So you can see what I've done. I'm measuring voltages on it and displaying them both digitally and analogically, as it were. And the little row of squares there tells you what band you're on. What else can you do? You can press config and set various things. So I can turn 12.5 kc steps on and off Benno. What else does it do? I don't think it does anything else, does it? That just tells you what version everything is. So that's what I use my spare bits on the Arduino. It does something clever as well if the voltages go wrong, but I can't actually remember what. So let's put the light back on as well. In fact, let's put that one back on. Right, okay, that's probably enough waffle for me. What other notes did I have other than Ed? The Rusty Connect. Yeah, that's a worry, isn't it? I've bought a couple of those Chinese LDF 450 connectors. Leon, you were sort of more or less squashed out by that jumping signal. It's probably squashing me out most of the time as well. And the aerials look very good, Tom. Right, I think that's probably enough from me, and probably half of you haven't been seeing it anyway. So let's put the test card back up and put it round to, well, on my list it says Russ is there, but he says, sorry, no TX due to the interfering signal. So I guess it's back round to you in that case, Gary. ZS6 Yankee India, G4 FKK standing by.
Okay, I was hoping the other Martin would come up. I did ask him to come up. Martin, would you like to try again? Seeing that you got everything going, I hope you have. Let me just check what... okay, David said the extra dB made all the difference there, Martin. That's good. Let's see. Martin, do you want to come in? G8KOE. Right, I'll pass it to you, sir, from ZS6 Yankee India. You, sir.
Right, well, I'm getting me, but whether everybody else is. Oh, that's all going around every degree of circles. Let's kill that sound. Let's kill that. It just, yeah, the garage system is an Arduino, and it sits on the network, and I control it. I think I've probably shown it before. Can I? What do I want to do? I want to go to there, don't I? That's what the control system looks like. It says, hopefully. Are we still talking? Yeah, I can see myself going up. So it's actually on two Arduinos because I haven't been able to work out how to fit the code all on one. So it's all networked, and you've got the temperature gauges. But these just control loads of relays. And the temperature gauge ones carried on working, but I had no control of the relays. For some reason, it didn't want to come back on the network. I had to reboot the system a number of times. Why? Because it was working before lunch, and even rebooted it and transmitted up the band a little bit further, and it worked. And then when I moved back down to here, things had died again. But hopefully, we're transmitting. Let's go back to the camera. Yeah, what have I been up to? DATV Easy, 212. I must be having seen Benno's post somewhere that a lot of the original data got left behind from other previous ones, configs, I think. So I actually cleaned everything out and did a complete clean install. Oh, I've been knocked out, I think. I don't think I can give any more power. He says, I don't think anybody's going to get me. That's not good. I don't think I can give any more. We'll try, but I don't think it does. Are we going to come back, or is that it? He says, I think I'm knocked out. Maybe I'm back. I don't know. It's not good, is it? It's I'm going to unmute the sound to make sure there are any sounds getting through. I can see the sounds breaking up. Probably for most people, probably not getting me at all. So I probably ought to stop waffling too much. At least I made it just about. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Yeah, 212, I think's great. Yeah, it works very well. Since I've gone over to OBS, the new 28 rather, and use the VB audio cable, the audio seems to stay where it's supposed to be. Anyway, I'm probably talking to myself, so wish everybody a Merry Christmas. And I'll pass it back to there, Gary, who's putting in a much better signal. I need a bit more power, obviously, I should think. So, back to you there, Gary, and thanks for letting us in. From Golf 8 Kilo Oscar Echo.
Okay. What an interesting day. 100% there, Martin. Received you no problem this time. So, except it took a long time for your relay to switch out. Just hope I'm locking okay. Yeah, well, it was so far, I think I'm going to call it the net today. And I just want to thank all the guys listening on various forms of feedback, not only on YouTube, but also on the DATV site, and also on, of course, WhatsApp. So I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and we'll hear you next Sunday, Christmas Day. I'll hope to be on just to say hi there won't be much technical, I don't think. But we do want to say hi to the chaps viewing. That's Dave, Mike 5 Tango X-Ray Juliet. David, Golf 6 Golf Zulu Hotel. And then we have Albert, Ocean November 4 Alpha Alpha Hotel, who's on -6 degrees in Belgium, he says. Yeah, it's quite cold. Adam, Sierra Papa 9 Alpha Charlie Quebec. And he's also watching Benno on the Benno's Twitch feed. And then Chris, Ocean November 1 Radio Charlie. Henry, ZS6 Mike Charlie, listening on his Longmand. And Fabiano, I think that's right, Charlie Tango 7 Alpha Bravo Delta. Hello to you, Fabiano. And then Frank, hello to you, Frank, Delta Lima 9 Delta Alpha Charlie. Nigel's also in there, 2 Echo 0 Echo Hotel Hotel. About time we get to see you again, Nigel. And then, yeah, Adam, I don't know what Adam's call sign is, but he mentioned that this interference we are experiencing is very similar to the center beacon. Apparently, he went over to the SDR console and he's been seeing the center beacon jump. I haven't checked it myself, but if there's a correlation, that might be the reason. So it then can be solved. Yeah, I've just gone a little bit more power than necessary, and even so, that interfering signal takes the signal down quite a few dB. So, yeah, not much we can do about that, but at least it seems stable my side. And I have received most stations stable, so the YouTube link has behaved. I do want to apologize for last week. We had a total blackout, not only electricity, but even the internet went down all over the southern area of our, well, we called it the old Southern Transvaal. And so we just had no internet whatsoever. It was quite a bit of a problem. But we ran the net and it did work out okay, except I could not go onto YouTube. But so far we had 24 guys viewing on YouTube, so all good. So I'm going to close the net, but we can run through the cycle once more for those that do want to have a chat. And Bert, excellent on that GPS disciplined oscillator, really looks nice. And cheers to you, Ed, Papa Yankee 2 Radio November, as usual, a nice comic. I saw a nice one for Christmas as well. I thought I want to put that up, but I don't want to steal Ed's thunder. I might send it to him separately. Leon, thanks for coming up. Benno, good to see you always. Tom, nice to see you. And I wonder if you started to work. I know you've been busy at the salt mine on Old Man Henry's thing. So I presume in the next few days you'll probably get your teeth into that one. Russ, he said he can't come up because of he's not really receiving the signals with this interference. And then Keith, Golf Uniform 6 Echo Fox Bravo. Keith said he could come up. I missed that. Keith, would you like to try, Keith? Golf Uniform 6 Echo Fox Bravo. And will you mind passing it over to Bert, Papa Alpha 3 Alpha Oscar Delta? Sorry about that, Keith. I've just noticed my list now. Golf Uniform 6 Echo Fox Bravo to take it from ZA6YI. Keith couldn't make it or couldn't hold it. Nevertheless, we've got you logged, Keith, and next time we'll be more attentive to that. Right, let's see. Benno, would you like to take it and then pass it down the net? I know Ed's gone, so then you pass it to Leon. Papa Alpha 3 Alpha Oscar Delta from ZA6YI. Alpha Oscar Delta.
Yeah, okay, Gary. Let's put some extra juice maybe on it. You're always confusing the two names from the Netherlands. Let's see. Put this one on off a little bit. Okay. Always confusing, Gary, between Benno and me, yeah? But it doesn't matter. Let's blame it on the age, yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got also some problems with the disturbance, but I put some more coals on the fire, as we said here in the Netherlands, to put some more power, and I'm a little bit overpowered now, but hopefully I will, push the QRM away, yeah? Yeah, okay. All copy for everything, for everybody. Sometimes it was difficult, but yeah, what can we do about it? I don't know what it is. I saw it also that's that's all 24 hours. I thought that was from Poland, that Adam guy. But okay, and Martin was just asking if it's also next week the net, and I presume next week Christmas Day is also the net. For my GPSDO, I want to tell what I did for the programming was just in Python. It's around 100 rows of Python code, and that's all. So that was not so difficult at all. Martin already got kind of display used in this system. But okay, I will say everybody have a nice week. And the coming week we have some better weather. Temperatures can rise up to 10 degrees plus. That's something different than minus 10 last week. So, okay. See you next week or another time. And then the system goes to Brazil. And there's it also, I presume, quite hot. Papa Yankee 2, Radio Nancy from the group. 73 to all from PH3 AOD.
Yes, Gary said that Ed said he's not coming back. Let me just turn up the power a little bit as well. See what that does. If it helps. A little bit. Okay. Right. Okay, Martin. You were 99% solid here with me, Martin. That's KOE. Your transmission was pretty solid. Just now and then it would freeze for like a millisecond or two. But yeah, as I say, 99% of the time, solid copy, no problem. Okay, Bert, yes, that clock's fine. Ed, yeah, you've got the new connector and stuff. It looked like a SMA to me, but maybe it's something bigger because the cable is so big. I don't use such fat cables here, they're too hard. Right, I shall not be on next weekend. I'll be at my sister's place for Christmas. Benno, please switch off your noise gate. It sounds like you've got a loose wire in the shack. It really is very irritating, your audio coming and going and cutting the first letter of your words. It's not nice. I don't think you need it because it's not so noisy in your studio. Right, Tom, yes, nice antenna, that new one you've got there. I wonder where you buy that. That is a monster. I wonder what the gain is on that thing. I had my receiver on that frequency, but with just with a little dipole antenna hanging outside. And I heard nothing. I had it on for about 36 hours on that frequency. On upper sideband, squelch open, but nothing whatsoever. So obviously I need a decent preamp. There the interference kills me as well. Okay, there I'm back. So yes, it must be quite a weak signal, and you need a good antenna installation for that thing, because I heard nothing of that green cube. But we'll talk about that again. Right, Martin, FKK, yes, super fine engraving. I can't believe it. And that's done by hand. That's not in one of those, what do you call those machines that the watchmakers have for engraving, where they have the letters. Anyway, I know the old woman in Bredasdorp had one of those machines, and you could set the scale, and make it write small or big letters or whatever. But it's all from standard type that the thing operated. He was a radio ham as well. I've forgotten his call sign now. But yeah, that's a few years ago. Okay. So we didn't have Russ and we didn't have Keith. Okay, that's about it from me. Busy with all sorts of non-electronic things. We had a big success with my friend's autonomous boat, a radio-controlled boat the other day. He's using it for surveying dams. He's a land surveyor, and he needed a thing to map a whole dam autonomously. So he's using Ardu Pilot and whatever those programs that you can use on aeroplanes as well. And you set the whole mapping sequence, and he's got an echo sounder on it, and you just tell it go, and it maps the whole dam, records everything, the position with differential GPS, so it's to a centimeter accurate, the position, and then the depth as well. So the whole lot is being logged, and we had lots of problems with this thing. It would get lost and so on. And then I said to him, but let's just have a look at the magnetic compass business again. And we found that the wrong Kalman filter was selected in the software, which made the update time of the magnetic compass extremely slow. So we just toggled one bit, and voila, now it's like real time. If you move it, immediately updates the magnetic position, the magnetic heading. And it was quite windy yesterday on the dam with nice waves, and it made the course perfectly. It was 100% successful, so we're very excited about that. Today is very hot and no wind, so actually today would have been a much better day to test the thing. But anyway, we know it works now. So that's what's been keeping us busy and so on. So from me, Merry Christmas to all. As I say, I shall not be here. I'll be away on the 24th and the 25th. Evening of the 25th, I'll be back, but not during the time of the satellite. So I give it to Benno, Papa Alpha 3 FBX for the group from ZS1 Mike. Cheerio, everybody, but I'll be listening.
Yeah, I'm back. That sounds okay. Let's see if I have audio. I'm back. Without noise gate. Hi. Sorry, Leon, I know you hate that bastard. Anyway, I'm not sure why I really like it at all. I saw that command from Adam, and I switched on the narrowband next to the wideband monitor, and I don't see any correlation between the two band problems. Otherwise, besides it jumping a little bit, my noise floor is jumping a little bit up and down, which is, well, more or less normal. But I think this signal is not man-made, but some kind of disturbance from something, oscillating something somewhere on the world. That's the problem, obviously. You never know where it comes from. But it's really oscillating. It's already at least 24 hours active. I saw it yesterday afternoon. I see it now. I saw it last night. deep in the night. Yes, so I think it's not man-made. I hope we don't have to live with it for too long. On the other hand, we have a nice problem, very similar. Where's my hat, by the way? Let's see if I can move this one a little bit up. No. My camera is not doing what I want. We have a similar problem here local. During the Christmas time, we have the local repeater being disturbed, getting disturbance from a local Christmas station, which works very close to the repeater, which causes some kind of disturbance, causing the squelch to stay on. Well, it's not even the squelch because you don't hear anything, but it keeps the repeater on. So it's causing some kind of signal, and well, I hope it is getting solved sometimes, but this is how it works. Auto oscillation of PA, why just on this small part of the frequency, this small signal, and very intermittent going up and down? Oh, I'm not sure if it's oscillation, but at least it's unwanted. So I think we have to wait till we get that one sorted out. The GPSDO, Bert, I didn't comment on it, but very nice job. I have played with GPSDO myself a few times. I'm not using it at all. Always using with local TCXOs. And I wonder if I would give it a retry, because it's a nice project. I had something very similar with Arduino and a SIS, but I get a lot of noise from that one. And I wonder if you have tested it, if you're going to test it, and what the noise floor will be. And then maybe if you have a set of extra prints, PCB, I might be persuaded to give it a try as well. Martin, very marvelous job for that Nixon display. I have a kind of a problem on my front of my cabinet. I don't have the space for a Nixon display, but it is exactly what I thought about. What I missed in your story is if it is connected to the same Arduino micro, or is it running on a separate Arduino? Because obviously that will be possible to put an extra Arduino in, but I just thought this micro is doing so little, and using the same knob and the same button for other options, just by selecting an extra input and moving the program away from the UID job would be an idea. Well, thanks guys. See you probably next week. Have a nice week. Have a good holiday for those who are involved, and hope to meet you again. From Papa Alpha 3 Foxtrot Bravo X-Ray, passing the microphone on to I'm not sure actually. Let's have a quick look, because I'm kind of lost. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Bert, for the note. Yes, Tom, if you're still there, obviously. From Papa Alpha number 3 Foxtrot Bravo X-Ray, otherwise to Martin FKK. From Papa Alpha number 3 Fox Bravo X-Ray, off and clear. Bye bye. Have a nice week.
Thanks there, Benno. Papa Alpha 3 FBX. Yeah, from Zulu Romeo 6 Tango Golf. Okay, sounds working. Juice up. Just check the temperature. Don't think I've ever transmitted this strongly. All seems good. Cool. Yeah, I received everybody fairly good. No issues whatsoever. Apart from my own transmission that dropped out. Although on the YouTube stream it seems good. Apart from yours, Leon, yours dropped out for me quite a bit. Your power was, but it seems like the more power trick seems to be helping. I don't know if that's such a good thing necessarily, but hopefully that interference will disappear soon enough. Yeah, I don't have much more to add. Let's see. Oh yeah, Martin's gone, but yeah, the watch. The watch engravings there, that's pretty good. Oh, is my sound? I'm deceiving myself, right? Okay, maybe it's on your side. Yeah, I don't have much more to add. I will be next week for Christmas. I will probably be as well. Not sure I'll have much more to show, but I'll definitely jump on the satellite. And for those who won't be there, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the other sayings. I hope everybody at least gets time to relax and just enjoy time with the family, or at the very least your hobby. Okay, I'm going to say 73 as well. I was supposed to hand it over to Martin, but Martin said that he disappeared, or that he's off for a late lunch, which means it should be, well, Martin was the last one, but us isn't transmitting. Okay, well then I'm going to throw it up in the air. Well, maybe Gary is still there. I'll throw it back to Gary there, and then we'll see. Otherwise, we'll throw it up to air. Okay, everybody enjoy the last couple of weeks of the year, and we'll all chat soon again. 73 from Zulu Romeo 6 Tango Golf.
And then you can pass it to me, Martin, from ZA6YI.
Yeah, I assumed it was me that I was trying to squeeze in, but you were so big, I got squashed. But yeah, no, it's I see that spike sticking out quite nicely. But I must admit, I'm getting myself back. I think, I don't know. I am on one receiver, but not on the other. I wish everybody happy Christmas anyway. I'm gonna have to get things sorted out. It upset me no end that it wouldn't work. I can't understand why that one receiver seems to be working and one not. I'm using the Winter Hill, which is receiving me okay, but the mini tune seems to be cutting in and out. Doesn't seem to be holding so well. So yeah, the Winter Hill seems to be scoring. I haven't got the long min connected at the moment, otherwise I could have tested on that. But certainly the Winter Hill's coping quite well. Normally I'm just on the mini tune. And as for me with Christmas decorations, I've put very little up, but one I dig out every year is that one, which was a Maplin kit. and it seems to survive every year. So we dig it out. So that's my Christmas tree and the only decoration in the shack. Let's get back to the camera. And I've got no processing on the microphone or even on the video, I don't think anymore. I took it off because I was told the sound is better without, which I can quite believe it. Whenever you put anything in line, it always muddies things up a little bit. But, right, I'm waffling away, and I can't think of anything to sort of add. I'm sort of just still thinking. I also had to keep dashing out to the garage to reset things, and why it didn't want to be seen on the network. I quite often have a problem with things not appearing on or disappearing off the network. Yes, one of those things. And power cuts. I didn't comment on power cuts. You know, ever since I spoke to Gary talking about power cuts, I had 3 power cuts here. So I come to tea time, just it's getting dark, and we lost it for about 3 hours at a time. So I was rushing around putting some lighting up, etc., etc. Luckily, I was already prepared, so I got battery backup for the router, which got the internet going. The laptop gave me connection to obviously to the internet and to any TV I wanted to watch, etc., etc. So and a camping stove, and away we went. So it wasn't too bad, really. Anyway, on that note, everybody happy Christmas. I'm not sure I'll make it Christmas Day because it's very close to lunchtime. I expect I'll still be eating and such like. But if I can, I will just pop in and say hello. I can see I'm dropping out on the mini tune, but on the Winter Hill, it's rock solid. So, don't know. Interesting. Anyway, round to you there, Gary. Thanks for letting us in. Thanks for being patient. And, I hope you could make sense of the silly little scribble I did. I'll try and do better, but it was just to explain things. It's easy to play. I knew you were busy. You said you were leading up. You were non-stop doing things. Anyway, I've got plenty of time. I dropped out on the mini tune again, but rock solid on the Winter Hill. I wonder if anybody else is using the Winter Hill. I wonder. Anyway, 7-3's all. Round to the Gary for receiving me from G8KOE.
Okay, Martin, very good. Receive you perfectly, no problem to copy you. As most other stations as well. So the link on YouTube's okay. Well, with that, guys, I'm going to pull out. I've been called for not lunch, but supper, but early, but so what. And so we wish everyone a very Merry Christmas if we don't hear you next Sunday. And I will be on, hopefully, and just to say Christmas cheer like we used to do on the old 80 and 40 meter bands in the day. Guys, all the best, 7-3 to all, and thanks for coming up again today. This is Zulu Sierra 6 Yankee India, now signing clear, opening up the frequency to general use. All the best, guys, 7-3. General use.